Welcome back to Bell MTS Iceplex here in Winnipeg. We've got Junior Women's Hockey League action continuing here this morning with the host Balmoral Hall Blazers against the Ottawa Lady 67s. I'm Nolan Cole, joined by Theo Tutkaluk. And Theo, the host team, Balmoral, picking up their first win of the year last night, 6-5 over Thunder Bay, trying to keep that momentum going here this morning.
Good morning, Nolan. Thanks for joining me. It feels like Hawaii outside at a balmy 2 degrees. Nonetheless, great heat inside the rink as well this fine morning. The monkey is off the back, kind of speak, for the Balmoral Hall Blazers defeating Thunder Bay last night. Something they were looking forward to at the beginning of the season, considering how well they did last year. A different team, a different squad, a little bit younger, but now that they've got that one win under their belt, look for that confidence and that composure to feel a little more energetic as well against the Lady 67s, who by far have not had a slow season whatsoever. Sure, their record in the J-Dub is only 7 games at 5-1-1, tying yesterday. But you have to remember that these ladies play tournaments, showcases throughout the fall, and they have 27 games under their belt as well. So look for a well-seasoned 67s team to take on a team that now has one win under their belt. So it should be a fun, exciting game this morning.
Absolutely tight game. This morning's game, rather, brought to you by 4 Point Sheridan, Winnipeg South. And first period action coming up here. As you mentioned, Ottawa off to a hot start, 5-1-1 entering action here this morning. Balmoral Hall with now a record of 1-2-1 after that 6-5 win over Thunder Bay last night. Looks like it's going to be Avery LeBlanc in net for Balmoral, and Tove Jacobson in net for the Ottawa 67s as we're underway. The puck's cleared in to the Balmoral Hall zone. Bassett back for it on her back end. She'll go up the left wing side. That's intercepted there as Ottawa goes to work on the forecheck. It's centered out front behind the net. Pinching up on the play is Alicia Nolan to keep it down low. Puck's tied up and skates in the corner. It's sent to the left point, and unable to handle that was Ella Watson, and she'll have to reset in the neutral zone. Watson spins away from the forecheck, sends it up left side, intercepted, and Ottawa rather takes over again. The puck's back on Nolan's stick, and she'll just gain the red line and send it in deep. This is Balmoral with it now. Sikorova making a couple moves out of her own zone, up the glass. She was looking there for Cronville. That didn't materialize, and the puck sent all the way back down, and that'll be icing against Ottawa just a few seconds into this game here this morning.
First quick minute of the game for both squads. We're seeing a little bit of the tentative action with Balmoral. Ottawa's jumping on that quickly, hemming the Blazers down in their zone. No shots yet against LeBlanc. Nonetheless, a lot of that time, you'll see that time of possession key throughout the game.
First period action brought to you by Backwoods Boiler Boys, Stoves Fireplaces, and Outdoor Boilers, backwoodsboilersboys.com. Balmoral with some offense here in the first period. What a move in. Oh, and it was stopped as that was Dana Gertson who made the move to the backhand. And the save was made there by Tove Jacobson. First good scoring chance in this hockey game.
I've been really impressed with how Gertson's played throughout the entire tournament. She's strong, she's fast, she's young, and she hasn't scored. She's got more assists than goals as well.
Back they come. It's Cronhill with a shot. That was kicked away by Jacobson, who's faced a couple good scoring chances here in the early going. Ottawa trying to relieve the pressure. This is Leah Young into the middle of the ice, intercepted, and Balmoral takes over here again. This is Caroline Sikorova into the Ottawa zone. She lost it. And number 5 for Ottawa, Regan Giroux, will take over. Giroux is hooked, and there's going to be a penalty on the play. It's like Ottawa's going to the power play as Giroux kind of made a couple moves out of her own zone and dropped the call.
That was I've seen worse, let's say, Nolan. But I guess the officials here want to keep it a clean game and make sure that their presence is known as well this fine morning.
Interesting note, the game last night between Ridley and Pacific, Ridley won 3-2. No penalties in that game, so a clean game. This game here this morning, we got a penalty less than 2 minutes into the game, and we'll see what the Ottawa Lady 67s can do with the advantage here. It looks like the Balmoral Hall netminder, LeBlanc, has a bit of a skate issue. She's over on the bench.
Trying to get one of those straps so she's not tripping around it. Just a quick note, with the 67s, during their several power plays they had against the Tigers, they like to take that shot from the point, go D to D, try to get a screen. That's the one thing you have to do. And women's hockey and all hockey in particular, take away the goalie's eyes. And once you're able to take the goalie's eyes away, then you have that chance for a second or a third opportunity in front of the net. And when those occur, that's when you see those scoring opportunities, because a lot of goaltenders are ready, set, and ready to go for that first or second shot. It's that second or third shot, that opportunity after the long shot, that seems to find the back of the net.
A lot of action coming up here on Amateur Sports TV here on this Saturday. This game will be followed by Ridley and Thunder Bay. That's at 12:45. And then after that, it's Ottawa versus Pacific at 3 o'clock. So 2 more games here today. And tomorrow we'll have Ottawa and Thunder Bay at 8 a.m., followed by Ridley and Balmoral at 10:15. So lots of action still here to come this weekend.
And certainly no blowouts this weekend thus far, Nolan. A lot of tight games, whether that's because of scouting or whether it's because just the talent on the ice is so equal. You look at the J-Dub, and a lot of, like I said, some teams have played 3 or 4 games respectively now, some 7 or 8, but the records don't indicate truly how tight this division is in that U19 area, because any given day, any given moment, each team can beat each other, which is great to see in competitive hockey. Secondly, it's nice to see because off the ice, they're comrades. On the ice, they're there to play to hard, they're there to play to win. That they're thanking each other, they're congratulating each other off the ice, which is something you don't normally see a lot of, but when you do with this women's group and all these teams, it's pretty nice to see, and it's nice to see the fans helping out each other as well.
Question for you, Theo. You see LeBlanc still getting some attention. Looks like that blade's been a bit of a problem here. Bit of a lengthy delay. Is that a bit of a hindrance for Ottawa, given that they wanted to go to the man advantage early, get some momentum, and now they got to wait?
Yes and no. It also acts like a timeout without calling a timeout, because now you see the Ottawa Lady 67s corralled at the bench, getting some instruction from their head coaches, and it's giving them an opportunity to potentially set something up 2 minutes in. A little more concrete setup versus just laissez-faire to it, maybe. But this stoppage, I don't think really hinders a lot of momentum, because I don't think there really has been a big swing yet in the last 2 minutes. So,
well, we're just about set to get back underway. Actually, it's going to be Alicia Epp is, sorry, I was saying Anya Epp, yeah, correct, as was going to go to the dressing room maybe to get that skate issue fixed.
We got a trainer or somebody that can do some technical work with that skate, because you hate to see a player leave it because of a equipment issue. Well, hopefully she gets that looked at during this power play.
We saw last night's game as well. The Pacific goaltender had to leave early with an injury, so similar storyline here early with an early goalie change as Ottawa goes to work on the power play. This is Naomi Boucher, the daughter of former NHL coach Guy Boucher. Here's a shot through traffic from the line. That was blocked, and Naomi Boucher has it on the left wing. Cross-seam pass. She'll go to Giroux. Giroux into the middle of the ice, and it was just tapped wide there by Aspertamidis, just sent wide. Melanie Drost, number 10, is taken down. Puck makes its way to the far corner and just held onside there by Alicia Nolan. Nice play by her. She'll flip it down low again. Astropovidis. Back to Naomi Boucher. She'll go back to the point. Gets the return pass. Boucher walks in. Toe drag. Backhanded towards the net. That went off the shaft of the stick and went wide. Ottawa with some early pressure here on the power play. It's centered out front. Loose puck in the crease area. And it's cleared out of danger there as Naomi Boucher has the puck on her stick again. Back to Alicia Nolan at the line. Nolan goes to Giroux. Great puck moving here by the Lady 67s. Now the pressure is relieved. Looks like we're going to have another penalty here, Theo, as I believe the Balmoral Hall captain was taken down. And that'll probably do it for the power play.
Yeah, 51 seconds left off some 4-on-4 action here. Loose puck against the far half wall, and it was just a fight for a loose puck. And the Lady 67 decided to do a bit of hold action, hopefully getting an advantage. Nonetheless, the advantage will go back to the Blazers, and they will serve a power play after this first one is done.
Faceoff will come back out into the neutral zone, as we're now 4-on-4 for 51 seconds here. 47 seconds now to go in the Blazers' initial penalty. Twisting and turning in her own zone. That's Rebecca Thiessen for Balmoral. She'll get it up to Kara Yackel. Yackel sends it in deep, and Tove Jacobson won't take any chances here early. She'll cover that up for the faceoff. We'll have a faceoff deep in the Ottawa zone.
And when we see LeBlanc come back, we'll let everybody know that she's back and ready to go. And yeah, coming in slightly cold, but I mean, they did face a bit of rubber during the 5-minute warm-up, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Blazers with the early shot advantage, according to the shot clock here. They lead that 4-0. Here's a giveaway and a shot. Stop. Yackel gets her own rebound and another save by Told Jacobson. So a bit of an ill-advised pass through the middle. And it was Yackel, who had a couple good chances from the slot.
Yeah, she was able to get that deflected pass right on the top of the slot area. Testing Jacobson twice to the blocker side. Very tall, very strong with the blocker there.
Chelsea Cronville will take the draw here for Balmoral. Pretty good crowd here this morning watching the home team. It was packed last night for their 6-5 win over Thunder Bay. As mentioned on the pregame show, they're looking for their second win in a row. That will be icing against Ottawa, and the faceoff will come back down. 14 seconds to go in the Blazers penalty, and then they'll enjoy a short power play themselves.
Yeah, the lineups at all the coffee shops were definitely full and ready to go this morning. Seeing all the wonderful fans here getting their cup of joe and watching this game bright and early, 8:30 this morning. So good to see.
Face off to the right of Jacobson, who's been busy so far. Scramble draw, puck tied up in skates. That'll be Regan Giroux, who's played a lot of minutes here in the early going, the defenseman for Ottawa. Balmoral doing some forechecking there, and now Ottawa with some room to get out of their own zone.
We've got a power play now for Balmoral now. It's
about a minute to go on that power play as they'll try to get set up here. Puck's in their own zone right now. It's flipped up the boards and up in the air, and now out into the neutral zone. Gertson spinning around, gets it in deep. Asham there will give chase for Balmoral, but it'll be Leah Young setting it up. Couldn't get it out. It's held in by Bassett. Bassett will send it down low. Giroux falls, puck's loose on the far side, into the middle of the ice for Sikharova. The puck was knocked off her stick. Nifty poke check there. Balmoral trying to get set up on the power play. 30 seconds to go in it. Sikharova trying to work it free. It's sent to the line and held in by the captain there for Balmoral, Caitlin Bassett. To the far point now. This is Cockrell with some time and space. Shoots along the ice. And a good save made there by Tope Jacobson with some traffic in front of her. Into the far corner, Asham leaves it for Sikharova. She's poke checked, and now relieving the pressure there for Ottawa is Hannah Thompson. She'll send it the length of the ice. That'll do it for the power play.
0 for 1 on both power plays thus far. 7-0 are the shots. Jacobson has been extremely busy so far in the first 5 minutes of this game.
Puck play now in the Balmoral zone. It gets into the middle of the ice and now tapped to the left wing. And are we going to get another penalty as Thiessen was tied up there with the Ottawa player? I think that was Asper-Tamatis, and we are going to get another penalty here, Theo.
I believe so, yeah. Thiessen was holding up, is it Asper or Boucher? It was Boucher she was tying up with number 44. Boucher. I know the long hair kind of hides one of those numbers. No offense to that, but I mean, it's Thiessen going off for 2 for holding. The two players got stuck inside the face-off dot. I mean, we've had 3 penalties called in the first 5.5 minutes. Nolan takes away from a bit of the flow of the game, you think?
Absolutely. We'll see Ottawa's power play look dangerous the first time out. And they're setting up here again. Great puck movement, centering pass. And that was knocked wide at the last second. It's played back to the point for Alicia Nolan. Nolan for Boucher. They love this give and go play. Oh, and Boucher at the side of the net. A couple players thought it was in, but it did hit the side of the net and stayed out. It's held in again by Alicia Nolan. Towards the net, blocked in there by Esposito. Boucher gathers it in. She'll go back to Nolan. Towards the net, deflected, off the side of the net again. Boucher's on it again for Ottawa. Boucher out from the corner, wrist shot blocked, and Esposito's going to get to the puck in the corner, and she'll just get it by Alicia Nolan at the line to relieve the pressure.
Saw a lot of 2-on-1 play with the Lady 67s. They're just able to ham on one BH player and then move forward to the net and get a shot on net.
It's sent out into the neutral zone. Gathering it in there for Ottawa is Molly Grabe. Grabe a couple moves through the neutral zone. Grabe getting hounded from behind by Chelsea Cronville, and Balmoral sends it down back to the red line again with 50 seconds to go in the power play. On the right side now, this is Melanie Drost. Drops for Leah Young. Young towards the net, blocked by her own player there, and then it's sent out back down the ice by Chelsea Cronville.
Great job on the penalty kill, yes.
Sorry, Theo. 35 seconds to go in this penalty kill for Balmoral. No score at the 7-minute mark of the first period. In Ottawa comes again. A couple nifty moves there by Jenna Churchill. Back to the line for Young. looking for the return pass to Churchill, but she was peeling off on a change. Ottawa, though, still on it behind the Balmoral net. It's dug free there by Tessa Zander. Couldn't get it out, though. And it's back down low into the corner. Aspertaminis to the line. And here the Balmoral netminder Jacobson tapping her stick. That means the penalty's almost over. Here's a rebound. They score. Shot from the line by Young. And it came out to, I believe, was that Boucher who tapped that in?
No,
for Ottawa?
Number 11.
Number 11 gets it. Melanie Drost with the opening goal of this game. Not sure if it was a power play goal or not. Power play was winding down, but nonetheless, Ottawa has the early lead.
And that's exactly the method that they wanted to score, getting that first shot on net, the rebound, and that second or third chance opportunity. Melanie Drost right there to tap, and I believe that's her second goal of the weekend as well. So she has done a very good job finding the net and doing well.
Well, and you just said it, Melanie Drost on a tear to start the year. Now 12 points in this her 8th game, her 7th goal of the season. So definitely out of all the players on this Ottawa team, Drost is at the hottest start. And thanks to some early power play momentum that the 67s were able to generate, they have the opening goal of this game. And they're looking for more here as it's sent towards the net by Georgia Spear. That went off the side of the net. And then it's going to be sent all the way down the ice by Balmoral. That'll just go wide of the Ottawa net. And that means it's icing against Balmoral. Faceoff will come back all the way down.
So yesterday morning I showed up rather early, Nolan. And Melanie was there even before, almost when I was there, 2 hours before the game, with her gear, getting ready, taping the sticks, checking the ice out while it was all pitch black. This girl has hockey on her mind 24/7. It's great to see.
And that's often what it takes to get to the next level, right?
You know what? Preparation and some, a little bit of expertise.
Here's a 2-on-1 for Balmoral. It's Sandylands in. Oh, and she tried to get a quick shot away, but her teammate there went sprawling on the ice. That was Esposito who fell, and the shot actually got blocked by her own player. Looked like a good scoring chance for Balmoral that goes for naught, and Ottawa comes back. There's a rebound. Oh, a kick save there made by the Balmoral Hall netminder, Epp. Excuse me, we should mention LeBlanc is back in for Balmoral, but a great scoring chance there for Ottawa, and a good save there by LeBlanc.
And we have another power play here, this time, again, for the 67s.
Yeah. And their power play's 1 for 2 so far in the early going.
It'll be Aiden Roberts going off for 2 minutes or less. 1 for 2 so far on I think we'll call that a power play goal, because it was just when it was ending. So let's 1 for 2 on the power play for the 67s.
We'll go with that. Shot 7-4. For the Blazers here. They trail on the scoreboard 1-0, and now they're shorthanded again as Ottawa looks for more on the power play. It's sent down low there for Juliana Parks. She lost it, and unable to hold the line there was Georgia Spear. The puck makes its way back near the Ottawa blue line. Number 79, Peyton Carl, didn't like what she saw. She'll reset behind her own net. She'll wait for her teammates to get set up here as they'll try the breakout. It's sent left side for Spear. Spear tried to go into the middle of the ice, though. Broke it up neatly there, though, by Kara Yackel of Balmoral. She'll send it all the way down again. Asham's first on the puck for the Blazers. She's bodied off the puck, and now some time and space here for Juliana Parks. Carl on the right side. Drops for Thompson. She couldn't handle that. Hannah Thompson, the captain of this Ottawa Lady 67s team. She'll go off on a change. And now Haley McDonald will try her luck. Twists away from one check. McDonald looks for a passing option here. All the way back to the point. And she'll find Molly Grave with a shot. That was blocked. Grave gets it again. Back to McDonald. McDonald, right side. Leah Young tried to go across the seam. That was batted down, but the puck did get to Molly Grave. Now back to the line for McDonald. McDonald banned on that wrist shot. Looked like she had a shooting lane, and now possible breakaway. Oh, could have been a short-handed breakaway, Theo, but the pass just eluded Carolina Sikharova.
Carolina still has the puck down low. She was almost sent alone. Would have been a great turning point right there for BH to get on the board short-handed.
Picking up the puck there in the neutral zone is Leah Young. She ran into Bassett and falls down. That'll allow Gertson to take over. Gertson with a backhand pass there over to Jenna Cockerell. Back in the neutral zone now for Sikharova. And now the captain, Bassett, has it at the blue line, and she'll send it in deep. Back for it is Giroux. Megan Giroux on her backhand. She ran into a check there. Now a giveaway. It's Gertson for Balmoral. Gertson on her backhand. Kick save is made by Jacobson. Dangerous looking chance there, but Jacobson with another pad save. Her 8th of the period, so 8th save of the period so far. Giroux stops behind her own net on her backhand, left side, and it's sent out by Jenna Churchill. 8:57 to go in the first period. 1-0 Ottawa leads. You're listening and watching Junior Women's Hockey League action here on Amateur Sports TV.
Yeah, Balmoral Hall almost caught the 67s on a terrible change there. Had 4 players on this side of the ice, just unable to get Craneville tape to tape. Ottawa does ice the puck, so we're going to reset here to the left of Jacobson. He's done very well facing these 8 shots thus far.
First period action this morning brought to you by Backwoods Boiler Boys, stoves, fireplaces, and outdoor boilers at backwoodsboilersboys.com. Balmoral here in the offensive zone trying to find the equalizer here. They trail 1-0. And back comes Ottawa. Aspertamin is trying to get that puck in deep, couldn't do it. Boucher's over there as well. And now the puck sent back into Ottawa's zone. This is Haley McDonald with it now, number 62. Left side, looking for Boucher. Pass was just out of her reach. Icing waved off. Boucher gives chase. It's the captain back there for Balmoral, Catchaway. Sent up the right wing boards. Ottawa, though, stays on the forecheck. Couple moves there by Catchaway.
Oh, too many men.
And we saw a couple close calls. Too many skaters on the ice last night, Theo. That could have gone either way. They didn't call him, but another close call there. You're right.
The discretion is on the official, because if a puck gets thrown loosely in there and it hits a skate as a player is leaving, it's an inadvertent touch.
Well, here's a chance right in front. Yaman sent it towards the net. Digging for a rebound there was Ella Watson, number 91. And that was some good goaltending there by LeBleu, who had a skate issue earlier and has come back and made a couple big saves.
I think Ella Watson was thinking LeBleu might have found her passport. Speaking to her after yesterday's first game, she had lost her passport on her plane with WestJet, so she wasn't able to find it. So maybe LeBleu found it and she was digging away for it after the whistle. But going back to that too many skaters, if it's thrown there inadvertently, I think it shouldn't be called. If a player makes a play on it, then yes, okay, call that as a too many player call.
Well, you see it called very tightly at the NHL level nowadays, and some other leagues as well as Ottawa. There's some more pressure here in the offensive zone, looking for another goal here. They lead 1-0. Sent around to the far side, kept alive there by Alicia Nolan, sent towards the net. That was blocked, and now Balmoral breaks away. Could have been a 3-on-2, an on-man rush. Back comes Ottawa, 2-on-1 down low, and the shot is taken there by Georgia Spear, and another good save by LeBleu. Looked like we could have had an on-man rush the other way. Balmoral player fell, and Ottawa another scoring chance. It
was a 3-on-2 going one way. You blew a tire at the blue line. It's a 3-on-1 coming back the other way, and LeBleu did a very good job because there was a backside winger ready to pounce on that loose rebound, similar to how the 67 scored their first goal with Jost.
Face off to the left of LeBleu. It's won by Balmoral. Oh, a dangerous move in front of her own net there by Jenna Cockrell, but she got away with it. Balmoral trying to go to work on the attack here. It's Sikorova, drops for Asham. Trying to get it back for Sikorova, couldn't do it. And now Ottawa comes back the other way. It's sent up, looking for Jenna Churchill there. Churchill's on it in the corner, centered out front. That hit a skate. Plays behind the Balmoral goal line now, and now a breakout here for the Blazers. This is Asham. Far side there for Sandylands. Coming over to cut that off was Leah Young for Ottawa. And it's intercepted though and stolen back again by Asham. Back to the line for Cockrell. On her back end, trying to get it back for Asham. A good play there, good anticipation play by Molly Grave to break that up for Ottawa. Churchill tried to shoot through traffic. That went off the shin guard of Cockrell. Now it's back for Boucher. Boucher's taken down after a couple moves there, and she's shaken up. There's going to be a penalty coming to Balmoral.
Yeah, I believe that's Aiden Roberts again. She got kind of like a can opener position on Boucher there, and Boucher had to be really careful trying to jump out of that position because it becomes very difficult, and we've seen a lot of injuries occur when that stick gets thrown between the legs. Nonetheless, it's yet another power play for the 67s. 1 for 3 thus far. They've been doing a lot of work on the half wall to the defense, getting the shot on net, with traffic. Here's the officials telling the defense they can't switch. The hand was up and down already, so we'll start it up with the same D as on before.
Aiden, you're right. Aiden Roberts back in the penalty box there for Balmoral. And so a little bit of undisciplined play here in this first period by the Blazers. This Ottawa power play, been impressed with their puck movement. They already have one power play goal to show for it, and we'll see what they can do here on their third opportunity of this game. Into the middle of the ice for Sedgwick. Claire Sedgwick. One of the taller players on the 67s team. Sedgwick, left side. Boucher to the line for Nolan. Back to Boucher. They love that play. Boucher trying to walk in. Oh, it's centered in front, and they score. Looks like a wide open net there for Giroux. I think the first shot was stopped. They stuck with it, and Ottawa nonetheless gets another power play goal. It's 2-0.
That's that third chance opportunity. LeBleu dives right across, makes the initial save, but the puck just trickles by for a 2-0 score here for Ottawa with 5:40 left in the first period.
That was Regan Giroux, who a defenseman kind of pinching up on that play, found some room right in front of the crease, and was able to put that puck into the net. And Ottawa has a 2-0 lead here thanks to 2 power play goals here in this first period. Ottawa trying to pick up their 6th win of the season. We mentioned off the top, 5-1-1 entering action here this morning in Junior Women's Hockey League action. Puck's picked up in the neutral zone. Here's Jamie Aspratamatis. Aspratamatis in, looking for a pass. Good stick there by the Balmoral defenseman to break that up. Is another good chance there for the 67s goes for naught. Zaharia trying to work her way around 2 Ottawa players. That didn't work, and now back the other way comes Brittany Yaman. Yaman, couple moves, take it off the puck there by Asham. Now the play's back out in the neutral zone. That's a delayed offside. As trapped inside the zone was Brittany Yaman. And she'll go off on a change. It's back for Lavender. Now Ottawa has the puck in their own zone. Chopped out into the neutral zone again. Number 91, Ella Watson has it. Watson drops. Churchill couldn't handle that puck. She'll just send it down low and head off on a change as Ottawa goes back to work. 4:30 to go in this first period. 2-0 Ottawa to score. Yackel for Balmoral. Kara Yackel battling there with Haley McDonald of Ottawa. Yackel still on it. Puck makes its way behind the goal. And on it there for Ottawa is Juliana Parks. And Parks will send it to the line. Kept alive, though, by Zander of Balmoral. Sikarova was open in the slot momentarily as Yackel works it behind the net. Back to the line. Lavender touches that puck, and are we going to have another penalty against the Balmoral Hall Blazers here, Theo? It looks like we are.
Yeah, it's the play behind the net. A little bit selfish play there by the forward Yackel, I believe it is. She'll get sent off for 2 minutes. There's a battle behind the net. Like I said, she lost the battle. She's a little unhappy with losing that battle. She decided to lay the lumber down on the battle. The referee decided to call the play on the battle. And we now have another power play.
It's a lot of battles.
A lot of battles.
You're right, and this power play goes to work again. We'll call it 2 for 3 as we think that first goal of this game was scored with the man advantage just as it was expiring. So you know that Naomi Boucher is going to be out there again. She is. This top power play units look very dangerous. They have 2 goals to show for their efforts so far. Boucher is on it for Ottawa with all kinds of room in her own zone. She'll play that ahead for Sedgwick. Claire Sedgwick puts the brakes on for Boucher in the middle. Boucher shooting, and a good save is made there by Avery LeBleu as from a pretty good scoring area there. Naomi Boucher with a good shot on goal.
Yeah, and Jost was in front of the net as well, giving a quick whack before that whistle went. Ottawa just seems to have more presence on the ice. They're directing traffic. They're taking control of the ice. Balmoral is allowing it, and they're punching in their admission tickets instead of punching in their playing tickets right now. And they got to start playing a little bit more and being a little more disciplined on the ice.
Face-off will be to the right of LeBleu. Shots 9-all, 1:26 to go on the Ottawa power play. Scramble draw, one back by Sandylands for Balmoral, but Ottawa, though, will regain possession. It's Young on the right point. Puck was tied up in her skates momentarily. She'll send it down low. It's cut off there by Cockerell for Balmoral. Cockerell trying to just pin that puck to the boards, kill some time off this power play for Ottawa. Now the puck's worked free and chipped all the way down the ice here by Sandylands of Balmoral. Back for it is Haley McDonald for Ottawa. McDonald right side for Leah Young. Leah Young sent towards the goal, kicked aside by LeBlanc. Puck will come free to Caitlin Bassett. She's pinned to the boards there down low. 3 Ottawa players trying to work that puck free. And pinching up is McDonald to keep it down low. She'll go back for Aspertamidis. Puck makes its way back to Young. Lines and fires. That missed the net. Left side now for Molly Grabe. Back to the line for McDonald. Back to Grabe. There's that give and go again. Grabe walks in. Good play though by Bassett to come out and cut down that shooting angle and block that shot. Back to the line again. McDonald for Grabe. Grabe wanted to pass it across, elects to send it towards the net. Easily blocked though by Caitlin Bassett. Pretty good penalty killing by the Balmoral Hall Blazers to block some of those shots. Yeah, definitely helping out their goaltender, trying to get away from having her make more saves than needed. So penalty's about to expire here, just 2 seconds remaining. That 2-on-1 play along the boards, isolating one Balmoral Hall player worked really well there again for the 67. Just couldn't score on this power play. It's sent back down low here by Balmoral as they survive that latest penalty. They're able to kill that penalty off, and we're back to even strength here with 1:40 to go in this first period. 2-0 Ottawa the score. And it's sent ahead here. Giving chase for it is Ella Watson, and the wave off icing. Watson's on it, tried to center it out front. Oh, off the side of the net, loose puck. And looking unsure of herself there. It was Avery LeBlanc, the goaltender from Balmoral. Watson just tried to bank play from behind the goal line. Yeah, that play was like right on the goal line. Could have gone 50-50 on the icing. Nonetheless, Watson throws it right off the side of the net, catches LeBlanc on the back of the pad. She has to sit on it and get the whistle here with 1:25 left in the first period. Good. It's a tale of 2 games so far. The 5-on-5 game, which is fairly even, but the advantage definitely has to go to the Ottawa Ladies 67s with having the man advantage and getting better chances while up 5-on-4. 1:25 to go in the first, 2-0 Ottawa. Play in the Balmoral zone. Ottawa maybe looking for a late scoring chance here. It'll come loose to Watson, sent wide of the net, all the way around to the far side. Pinching up there is Peyton Carl. Puck will come free now to Thiessen of Balmoral. Thiessen, one of the alternate captains on this Blazers team. Couple moves, puck was tied up in her skates. She does get it ahead though for Sikarova, and Sikarova will punch that in deep. Peyton Carl back for it. Carl, left side for Juliana Parks. Parks will play that up to the red line. Bassett cuts that off, and now Carl's on it again. Carl sends it in deep. Back for his Cockrell. Cockrell battling there with Naomi Boucher. Cockrell, left side. And now it's Kara Yackel with some time. She'll send it out into the neutral zone. Picked off by Giroux, and then she's stripped of the puck. Yackel trying to work that free, couldn't do it. And now picked up again here by Cronville, and Cronville will just send that in deep and peel off on a change. 20 seconds to go. One last rush here for the 67s if they hurry. With some speed is Reagan Giroux, but she's stripped of the puck there by Roberts. Good play by Roberts, and that'll break that rush up. Asham on the far side. 8 seconds to go. Asham, nifty movement in the middle of the ice, shoots. The glove save is made. Rebounds cleared out of danger there by Giroux. That shot gave the netminder there, Tove Jacobson, some trouble here as time expires. Good chance late there for the Blazers, but another good save by Jacobson. Yeah, Jacobson able to see that shot. Even she went down on a butterfly, getting the glove up right above her forehead to keep it out of the net. Asham has that great move where she starts on the off wing, cuts to the center of the ice, really sharp turn as we get that shot off. I must say, as we see the 2 captains here meeting in the front, probably discussing a little bit of the discipline issues that both teams have been having, whether it be the hits, whether it be the body work, whether it be the the sticks after the whistle kind of thing. The officials trying to keep things at even bay thus far. I mean, we have seen a lot more penalties called this period than more than some games. Balmoral Hall has to use the puck to their advantage. By that I mean they have to find the open wing and let the puck do the skating. They're doing a little bit too much carrying of the puck, and Ottawa is able to get into those zones and those passing lanes because they're showing those passing lanes a little too early. Instead, use the puck to their advantage, find the open space with their players, and try to advance the puck and then skate with the puck. For Ottawa, they've done a great job. I mean, they're passing the puck through their neutral zone, through their own zone, getting those passes tape to tape,
and you can see it's pretty evident because they've had a great time of possession with the man advantage and also at 5-on-5. I've also talked about the 4-minute rules. Each part of the game is 4. Okay.
Sorry, Theo. Good analysis of that first period, though. 2-0 the score for Ottawa after 20 minutes. We'll be back in just a few moments with second period action here on Amateur Sports TV.
The 4 Points by Sheraton, Winnipeg South. Conveniently located on South Pembina Highway near the Trans-Canada Bypass and 1 hour from the U.S. border crossing. Offering a saltwater pool, hot tub, 24-hour fitness center, restaurant, and lounge.
Ready? All right, we're back with second period action here at the Bell MTS Iceplex. Junior Women's Hockey League action all weekend long here on Amateur Sports TV. Well, here's a chance right off the face-off. Sandy lands a shot, blockered away there by Tobe Jacobson as Balmoral looks for an early goal here in the second. They trail on the scoreboard 2-0. Send her out of the near corner as Balmoral goes to work on the forecheck. Bassett holds that in deep. Sandy lands in the corner. Sandy lands against the checking of 2 Ottawa players there. Puck will make its way to the far corner now. And into the middle of the ice. That pass was just out of the reach there of Hannah Thompson. And Bassett will send it back down low for Balmoral. Bit of a giveaway there by Ottawa in their own zone. As a pass attempt went off shin guard. Sent to the line and looked like an offside there, but they let it go. As unable to keep that play alive was Ottawa. And now back comes Balmoral with a chance. Here's a 2-on-1 down low, a shot, rebound. Oh, 2 big saves there by Jacobson. Pretty good scoring chance there for Balmoral. Another penalty coming up as there was some jostling going on in front of the net, and it looks like Ottawa is going to be penalized for the first time in this game.
Be a cross-checking call in front of the net. There was 2 Balmoral Hall players coming directly in front. Zaharia had that breakaway. Great shot off the first, and the second came off the left pad as well. I believe it was Esposito that had that second chance. And she took a bit of a cross-check afterwards. So we'll start to see the power play of the Balmoral Hall Blazers in a full 2-minute fashion.
Yeah, Balmoral gets their first power play opportunity of this hockey game. A little bit of a huddle there prior to the face-off there by the Balmoral forwards as they'll try to drop a play here to get on the scoreboard. Scramble draw, sent back to the point, and it'll be a delayed offside against Balmoral. They'll have to reset, tag up at the blue line. And that'll allow McDonald with some time, but her clearing attempt went off a Balmoral player. McDonald gets it back, and now loses it. Naomi Boucher will go off the glass. It's held in, though, by Catchaway. Catchaway left side for Thiessen. Thiessen pokes that down low for Gertzen. Dana Gertzen. Left side there, Sikarova near the puck. It makes its way back to the point. And then blocked off there by Haley McDonald for Ottawa. Back to the point. Thiessen tees it up. High rising shot there. And the glove save is made by Tobe Jacobson. Not a lot of traffic there. Jacobson able to glove that down.
Not a lot of first to the loose puck either in that first 40 seconds. Very, I want to say lackadaisy or laissez-faire, but there needs to be more purpose to that pass and those movements. You're on a power play. You're down 2. You need to get that puck and get it crisped back to the point and get a shot so you can then get to the front of the net.
Balmoral with some good puck movement on this power play so far. Catchaway sent that towards the net. It was blocked off there by Leah Young, made a good play and sent it all the way down. First on the puck though is Aspratamenis. She spins away from a check of Catchaway. Catchaway falls down behind her own net. As stick goes flying in the air, Jenna Churchill had it whacked out of her hand and caught it, and that I think will draw a penalty as well, Theo. As there, you saw the stick go up in the air in front of the Balmoral net. Looks like we're going to be back to even strength there. 4-on-4 coming up. Sikarova is going to head to the penalty.
Yeah, I've seen a couple sticks go up in the air here over this weekend, and it is an interference call. It's the right call. There's no need for that. That's a penalty you don't need when you have the man advantage and you're 200 feet away from where you're trying to attack.
So 4-on-4 action here for
1 minute.
A minute, and then Ottawa potentially will go back to the power play. Ottawa in the attacking zone. Sent down low there for Aspratamenis. Centered out front, Churchill, a shot from a bad angle went wide, and on it on the left wing side now for Balmoral is Cronville. She's stripped of the puck. Cronville, though, will get it across to Bassett. Puck is bouncing. Bassett will settle it down in the red line, in the middle of the ice now for Cronville, a shot. Blockered away there by Jacobson. And up on the right wing now for Ottawa, this is Molly Grave. Grave trying to get around the checking there of Cockerell. Couldn't do it. Picking it up, though, is Gertson. Here's a shot. Excuse me, that's Young taking the shot. That was blocked. We got it down low again as Ottawa goes back to work here. Grave, number 3 for Ottawa. Grave to the line for Nolan. Right side. As Ottawa's on the power play again, it's Nolan. Cross seam pass, and his shot was blocked. Loose puck in the slot area. And it's taken now by Cockerell of Balmoral.
We have a 5-on-4 now for the 67s as they will try to use the next 50 seconds to increase on their 2-0 lead.
15-11 the shots for the Blazers. Ottawa will break out here on the power play again. Thompson, nifty move through the neutral zone. Thompson with some time and space. Cross seam pass. And Ella Watson couldn't handle that. Another good scoring chance there for Ottawa, but the pass just didn't materialize, and it's sent all the way down by Balmoral again.
It's one of those times where you look for the pass first instead of finding the shot off the low pad. Maybe getting that rebound pass, perhaps. We'll talk a little more about that later.
Here's Thompson again. Another nice move. Tried to drop that. Here's a shot glove down there by the Balmoral netminder LeBleu. And Ottawa with another scoring chance from about the face-off dot there in the attacking zone, and the glove saves made.
Yeah, 13 seconds left. A couple more chances with the face-off deep in Blazers zone. We're on a 2-on-1. When you find that pass or that shot off the low pads and that rebound stays there for the off-winger to maybe pounce on it with a gaping net, Ottawa decided and elected to get the pass instead, and it just didn't work out.
Sandylands gets waved out of the face-off circle for Balmoral. That Thiessen will come in to take it. 13 seconds to go on the power play for Ottawa. They look for a possible third goal here. McDonald towards the net. That's blocked by Thiessen, number 19 for Balmoral. And Thiessen sends it all the way down. Jacobson will leave it for her defenseman, McDonald. Haley McDonald, left wing side. This is Grave with it. Grave into the attacking zone. Grave drops it off. And that pass didn't have enough mustard on it to get to Carl, and Ottawa will have to reset. Delayed offside here against the 67s. Thiessen with some time in her own zone, back to even strength. Thiessen, right side for Roberts. Puck was bouncing, but Roberts is able to settle it down. Drops for Sandylands, a shot. Looking glove side, missed the net. Sent towards the goal again from the line by Thiessen, and Jacobson will gather that up. No rebound, taking no chances. She'll freeze that for the faceoff.
Yeah, good control of the rebounds there for Jacobson, knowing that her team needed to get a change. You see fresh tires and fuel for all 5 players. Both teams have to be careful with those changes because the box is inside the attacking zone. So offsides could be of a longer length. We haven't talked about the longer changes in the second period. I've usually bring that up too.
Yeah, it's always an issue. Can always lead to some odd man rushes on both sides. Puck's tied up in the Ottawa zone, and now back they come. The 67s, this is Leah Young, trying to get that towards the net. That was blocked. Loose puck in the slot area, and backhanded to the line, but not out. Alicia Nolan keeps that play alive, batted out of the mid-air there by the Ottawa forward. Back to Nolan with some time, fakes the shot, goes right side. Boucher shooting. That was stopped by LeBleu. High stick there against Ottawa, but the puck is touched by Roberts of Balmoral, so play continues. She lost it. Back the other way comes Ottawa. Oh, a chance into the slot there for Aspertamatis. The puck was just too far ahead of her. She couldn't receive that pass. Sent towards the goal again, wide. On it there, spinning away from a check for Ottawa's Sedgwick. Couldn't get it towards the net. Sedgwick falls, and she'll head off on a change here as Ottawa makes a change in the attacking zone. They still have some pressure here behind the Balmoral net. Puck's worked free and sent all the way down there by Claudia Lavender of Balmoral, and that'll be icing against the Blazers. All kinds of pressure there from the 67s team.
A lot of scramble going around the net of LeBleu. I see Aiden Roberts has moved from the defense to the forward, maybe looking to provide a little bit of a spark perhaps in the front 9, but you still have to maintain the control around your net. You can't be throwing the pucks loose into your own slot. You have to make sure you keep it to the perimeter and then get the proper passing out of your zone.
Second period action this morning brought to you by Lepke Auto Sales in Steinbach. See Vince and the boys today for your next vehicle. Thanks for joining us today on Amateur Sports Network. Junior Women's Hockey League action here at Bell MTS Iceplex. 2-0 the score for Ottawa, looking for their 6th win of the year. They come in with a record of 5-1-1. Balmoral picked up their first win last night, looking for their 2nd win in a row here this morning. They trail though 2-0. Ottawa with some pressure in the offensive zone again. Now it'll be cleared out to the red line, and Regan Giroux will take over for the 67. She gave it away, got it back though. Giroux on it again, on her backhand, sends it up, and it's sent in deep by Parks. On it there is Churchill. Jenna Churchill in front. And I think getting her stick on that was the netminder LeBleu to break up that centering pass. As headman pass up the other way for Balmoral. Couple nifty moves there by Cronville, but she couldn't get the puck there towards the net. Back comes Thompson for Ottawa. Thompson in the middle of the ice trying to get that for Drost, but the play was offside, and Balmoral will come back the other way. 2-on-1 possibly down low, and we're going to get another penalty against Ottawa as the Balmoral forward Yackel was taken down, Dale, and Balmoral now goes back to the power play.
I've noticed throughout this entire game, Nolan, it's about body position, not body contact. And what's happening is that both teams are using the position of their body and saying, this is my space, you have to go through me to get to where you want to go, or around me. And in that case, when the puck is left player, it becomes an interference call, which is what we see here against the Ottawa 67s. But we're seeing a lot more body contact, but not in the sense of body contact, if that makes sense. It's basically body position, where this is my space, you have to take it away from me.
Absolutely, we have had lots of penalties in this game. Mentioned last night, not one penalty was called, so different story here today. And there's been 2 power play goals scored, both by Ottawa so far. And now we'll see what Balmoral can do with the advantage here as we approach the midway point of the second period. And here come the Blazers. This is Sikharova on her backhand. Sikharova, left side there for Gertson. Dana Gertson, poke check. Gertson though still on it. She'll go back to the line for Cockrell. Jenna Cockrell. Nifty spin around move. Cockrell towards the net, through traffic, block, rebounds there, and it's just tapped wide and high by Cockrell, who followed up her own shot. Thiessen holds the line. Now back to Asham. Towards the net. Blocked. Chopped out of danger there. And sent all the way back down by Haley McDonald to relieve the pressure.
Asham on the close wall here, saw Gertson on the far post, looking to catch them on a change here.
Gertson yelling for that quick up as Ottawa was making a change. Couldn't do anything with it though. And the 67s will clear the zone. Yes, just barely. Delayed offside there against Balmoral. And that'll allow some time for Ottawa to work the puck up to the blue line. Oh, a bit of a check there. It looked like a bit of a high hit to me, Theo. Play continues as Sedgwick was brought down. Sedgwick still on it. And now the captain, one of the captains for Balmoral, Bassett, trying to work that ahead. Couldn't do it. 30 seconds to go on the man advantage for Balmoral, but they're tied up in their own zone right now. Some pretty good forechecking shorthanded here by Ottawa to kill some of this time off. It's back for Spear. And the puck makes its way back down. I think we're going to have an offside call here. Faceoff will come deep inside Balmoral zone. So some pressure early on in that power play, Theo, but since then the Blazers have been a little bit tied up in their own zone.
Jacobson hasn't faced any shots during that power play, so it really didn't feel like a 5-on-4 advantage for the Blazers. A lot of that time was spent in their zone as well. So just 14 left on the advantage. Just important to get out of their zone right now.
And we'll see if they can mount one quick rush here. It's sent right side for Sandylands. Sandylands tried to go into the middle of the ice for Esposito. It was too far ahead of her, but Esposito's able to steal it back. Goes into the middle, back to even strength. And the penalty has expired. And out of the box there for Ottawa comes Aspertamidis, and she'll send it rink wide. This is Parks. Juliana Parks. Back to the line. Young towards the net. Blocked. Into the corner there for Aspertamidis. Falling there for Ottawa was Jenna Churchill. Puck's tied up behind skates here. Behind the Balmoral net. Finally worked free, and coming away for Balmoral is Sandylands. And Sandylands gets that puck back as Esposito falls. Sandylands dropping it. And pass was just a little too far in front of Xander, but Xander gets it back. And it's a delayed offside here against Balmoral as they're in the midst of a line change. Possible odd man rush here for Ottawa if they hurry. Yaman, that play is offside at the line as the forward was in ahead of the play. Theo, I just want to make a note here. We got an email last night from a parent watching in Ontario. We just mentioned Juliana Parks, who's on the ice. She's part of this story. But Tessa Xander, who plays for Balmoral, friends and former teammates with 3 players on this Ottawa team, including Juliana Parks, Molly Grabe, and Naomi Boucher, who's the daughter of Guy Boucher. I didn't dig up that storyline myself. That was sent to us through email by Tim Xander, the father of Tessa. So Tim, thank you for that. We know you're watching in Ontario. We hope you enjoy the coverage here this weekend. Play back in the 67 zone. 2-0 the score for Ottawa. And back into the neutral zone. Here's Yakel into the middle of the ice for Sikorova. Stops. Oh, a high rising shot. Looked like there was some room up on that glove side there, Theo, but Jacobson was able to make that save.
Goalies have been fantastic with the catches. I didn't want to cut you off on that story. It's one of those heart-tugging stories. You get to play friends on opposing teams now, and it's interesting how you're going to see how that plays throughout the game. Obviously, combatants on the ice, friends on the ice and off the ice, but a great storyline nonetheless. And it's great to see them to be able to play, not just in this weekend, but I'm sure they'll play more weekends against each other this upcoming year.
2-0 Ottawa leads here as we're past the midway point of this game. Shot clock favors the Blazers 17-12. Told Jacobson having a strong outing in the net for Ottawa. It's perfect so far. Cockrell making a couple moves in the neutral zone, lost it. Cockrell will follow up. Puck's tied up at the red line, and now working it from her skate to her stick is Hannah Thompson for Ottawa. Thompson across to Alyssa Nolan. Nolan trying to return that to Thompson. That went off a stick and went way up in the air to the far corner. It's back to the line. Here's a shot through traffic. High rising shot. Looked like it rang off the crossbar. Rebound is sent towards the net, and the save is made there by LeBlanc, but a great scoring chance there. Shot from the line, a pretty hard shot, Theo. It looked like it caught the crossbar, and then the save was made on the rebound. Great scoring chance for Ottawa. Yeah,
right off the bar. Yeah. LeBlanc giving thanks to that crossbar after the whistle because she had a bit of luck on her side on that rising slapper from the point.
Bassett, left side for Asham. It's sent down low again, into the middle. And that just was out of the reach there of the Ottawa forward who was trying to find some space in front. Back come the Blazers. Right in on goal, and the shot is taken there by Ocean Asham, who puts her arms up in the air in frustration after taking that shot. Yet another save for Jacobson.
Still not a bad choice to take that shot because if that rebound comes bouncing out, that net is wide open. Both goaltenders cutting off the angles on those initial shots and having to make those saves and hold on to those rebounds is vital to making sure it stays out of the net.
Face-off controlled by the Blazers. Asham's in digging for it again after getting that scoring chance. The Blazers look for trying to get on the scoreboard here in the second period. Asham on her backhand falls down. Now a chance for Ella Watson in after that turnover. And Watson shot along the ice just went wide. Watson works that free for Giroux. Giroux on her forehand. Down low to Watson. Ella Watson into the middle. A nice stick there by the goaltender LeBlanc to break up that pass, and the shot was taken by Giroux and sent wide. Young, delayed penalty coming up here against Balmoral as the netminder's out for the extra attackers. Ottawa keeps the pressure up, and then a dangerous hit from behind there, Theo. Was that Boucher who was taken down? The Ottawa forward, I'm just trying to get a number here. Dangerous looking play. Ottawa's going to go to the power play. I'm not sure if they're going to call a second one here. We'll see.
Definitely one for sure.
It was Boucher who was the forward there, taken down from behind. Not sure what the initial call was. Yeah, they are going to send 2 players to the penalty box, so we're going to have 2 minutes of 5-on-3 for the Ottawa 67s, Ottawa Lady 67s, I should say, who already lead 2-0 in this game.
Got to be a 5-on-3, like you said. First penalty was rough. Second penalty was body contact or boarding. Aiden Roberts again with that boarding call and that direct whistle. Very influential with her body language and her body contact this morning. I don't know if that's something Coach Zacharias wants to bring in the reins on how well Aiden Roberts is showing her physicality, because she spent quite a lot of minutes this game in the penalty box. And Ocean Asham gets the other 2 for the rough.
So Balmoral, who already trail 2-0 in this hockey game, we're going to have to try to kill this 5-on-3 off, this lengthy 5-on-3 off, if they want to keep this game close. Giroux has it for Ottawa. Giroux, the defenseman, into the middle of the ice. Puck's tied up in the skates there of Thiessen. LeBlanc couldn't freeze it. That's Aspatamanis for Ottawa, number 14. Gets the return pass again. Aspatamanis on the right wing. She'll go back for Alicia Nolan. Back for Aspatamanis. Walking in and shooting. Oh, she just missed. Rebound behind the goal line there. Giroux gathers it in. All kinds of time and space here on the 5-on-3 for Ottawa. Thiessen trying to work that puck free for Balmoral. Another penalty coming up as Thiessen, didn't quite see what happened there, Theo, but Thiessen was taken down, and that'll do it for the 5-on-3.
It'll become a 4-on-3 now. It looked a bit of I don't want to say a curb stomp with a hand, but she got her head basically pushed into the ice. I don't know if the Ottawa player was falling and trying to brace herself, but nonetheless, the officials wanted to call that up, and we've now got 4-on-3 action. Looks like it'll be Brittany Yamin going off for 2 minutes. Face-off will come outside, even though it's still a 4-on-3. It's just because the penalty was called against Ottawa there.
So 5-on-4, as you mentioned, that's actually going to be a 4-minute penalty, Theo. So after this minute expires, if it does, if nobody scores, the Balmoral Blazers will enjoy a lengthy power play of their own. 2-0 the score for Ottawa here. 6:18 to go in the second period. And hand pass they call now, and we'll get a stoppage, and I believe the face-off will come outside the line.
I was hoping that wasn't going to be another penalty, Nolan.
Yeah. So my first thought was it was, and then I saw the official making the hand gesture, right?
The move.
Yeah.
You take it.
But you're right, when you have this many penalties, it does slow down the momentum of the game, and we've certainly seen that so far here this morning. Could be the early start time too, right? Both teams maybe a little bit sluggish as opposed to playing a game in the evening. I'm not giving either side any excuses, but that could be one explanation. Here's a centering pass. Oh, they score! What a play there by the 67s as they have their 3rd goal of this game. I'm trying to get a number. I believe, was it Sedgwick who tapped that in? I believe
Sedgwick
it was Sedgwick. Yeah.
Sedgwick caught LeBlanc. She was sliding across. The pads were a little bit open. LeBlanc was there to get the puck. It just found the opening between the pads, and for the 67s, that was a great cross-crease pass through the slot to the far side, and they were able to capitalize, finally going tape to tape to make it a 3-0 game.
Yeah, and LeBlanc got over in time, it looked like, but I think the puck actually beat her through the 5-hole. Sedgwick went back through the 5-hole along the ice, and that'll make it 3-0 here for the 67s. So one penalty comes off the board. We're still 4-on-4. And after about 30 seconds here, if nobody scores, Ottawa will still have a power play to work with here. Balmoral will have a power play coming up. And Ottawa had 3-0 on the scoreboard. Left side there. That's Alicia Nolan trying to work it up for the 67s. Thiessen tried to send that towards the goal. That was blocked. And Cockerell will have to go retrieve that at her own blue line. Cockerell into the middle of the ice for Esposito, number 13. Esposito trying to send that towards the net. That was blocked by Alicia Nolan. And Giroux is still on it. Giroux will send that up ahead for Hannah Thompson. And it's sent all the way back down, right in on goal. And LeBlanc will leave that for Thiessen. Ottawa getting that long change in, you mentioned, Theo. And that pass eluded everyone as the Blazers are trying a quick up here, trying to get them caught a little bit flat-footed on that change, but it goes for icing. Faceoff comes back down into the Blazer zone.
Yeah, Ottawa, Hannah Thompson had Young on the close boards here. ready to release and use their speed. Instead, they dump it down. And just at the same time, Thiessen, for the Blazers, had 3 players waiting on the blue line and elected to take 2 or 3 extra strides. And at the same time, didn't find anybody to go tape to tape. And we have an icing call here with the puck down the Blazer land.
So, well, about as good a chance as anything for Balmoral to get back into this game. They trail 3-0 and they got about 2:15 to work with on the power play. And
we're going to have a delayed call here, and it's going to be sent.
Well, and now even a better chance here for Balmoral to get back in this game. We're going to have another 5-on-3. We saw Ottawa capitalize on the 5-on-3. Now Balmoral gets a chance with the 5-on-3, as it'll be Ella Watson heading to the penalty box for Ottawa.
Yeah, the pair of 90s are in the bench on the penalty box, the sin bin, if you will. They'll feel shame for 2 minutes or less. Like I said earlier in this period, that body positioning has been called, is key to this game, and it's allowing for the flow of the game to be stopped, because the officials do have to make these calls. Like, there is no body contact allowed, but having that said, the body position can be there. We're just seeing a little bit of rougher play along the boards.
And so we'll see what the Blazers can do here with a lengthy 5-on-3, trying to find the scoreboard for the first time in this game. Sikorova, 1-on-1, shooting, part of a high blocker. She missed the net wide. Trying to get on that puck herself, though, on the far side. But it'll be Giroux for Ottawa, clearing that all the way down.
And these players need to skate a little bit faster to get to this puck. They're down 3. They got 5-on-3. Get set up into their zone, and then you can use that time adequately.
Dana Gertzen trying to set something up here for Balmoral on this power play. Gertzen, number 11. Back to Zaharia. And now back to Gertzen, back for Zaharia. Zaharia into the middle of the ice. Gets the return pass. Zaharia. Crowd hollering for a shot here, and they're going to get one here taken from the far side there by Cockrell, but it missed the net wide, and Balmoral can't keep the play alive on the power play. That's a bit of a bad break there, because they finally do get a shot, but it's wide. It carries all the way outside the zone. They'll have to reset.
Yeah, they were setting up 3 along that hash line, that ringette line, and they put it through the skates of the first player to go to the far player on the far boards. So it's kind of like the goalie stopping and then having to reset yet again.
There's Zaharia one time. I'm sorry to cut you off there. That one time it was taken, and it went high and wide. Sandilands has it at the top. Lines and fires through traffic. That missed the net wide again. 28 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Sandilands gets it back. Sandilands tees it up again. The save is made. Not a lot of traffic in front. And the goaltender, Jacobson, was able to kick that aside with relative ease. Zaharia for Cockrell. Shooting towards the net, looking for Gertzen. Back door. The pass eluded her again. Zaharia for Gertzen. That'll pretty much do it for the 5-on-3. One last chance. Oh, a great glove save is made. But the one-timer there, it was taken, I believe, was it Sandilands who took that shot? And it was Jacobson again flashing the glove.
Yeah, she could see that puck the entire way from that ringette line. So kind of an easy save for Jacobson, but still had to be made. Great setup by the Blazers. 3 of those shots missing the target, however. As great as it sounds off a post or off the glass, an even greater sound is when you have 5 or your entire bench cheering after a goal.
So just 2 seconds remaining in this 5-on-3, and then Ottawa will get one of their players back on the ice here. And Bassett couldn't handle that puck as the faceoff was won cleanly by the Blazers, but they have to reset. And that'll just about do it for the second penalty, as well as they're back to even strength. Though pretty good opportunity, a glorious opportunity really for Balmoral to get back into this game, and they were unable to do it. So the score remains 3-0 Ottawa as time winds down in this second period. The second period action brought to you by Lepke Auto Sales in Steinbach. See Vince and the boys today for your next vehicle. 3-on-1 for Balmoral. There's a shot, kicked out, rebound, 2 big saves there by Jacobson on a 3-on-1. That'll draw cheers here from some of the Ottawa fans. Puck's tied up in skates below a goal, and the official urging them to move it. It'll come loose for Hannah Thompson. Thompson overskated it, gets it back, sends it up, and now a possible 2-on-1 back the other way for Ottawa. Drost and Churchill up there. Drost a shot off the glove of LeBlanc, And now another penalty, as I believe it was Jenna Churchill who was taken down in front, and Ottawa, I believe, is going back to the power play.
Yeah, it looks like Bissette's going to go off 2 for interference. The smaller of the 2 players, Churchill takes a bit of a spill. Going back to that last 3-on-1, the shot taken was the best play because it went off the pad, and that backside rebound was there. Equal to the test was Jacobson with her left pad, just unable to get it over and below the bar. Just a great set of events there for both teams.
So Ottawa will enjoy another late power play here, already ahead of the scoreboard, 3-0. Haley McDonald trying to get that across to the right point. That was broken up though. And gathering it in there for Ottawa is Molly Grave. Grave gets the return pass on her backhand. Grave didn't like what she saw. She'll take it around the net. Poke check neatly there by Jenna Cockerell of Balmoral. And now the puck tied up and all kinds of skates in the corner here. See if they can work it free. Official urging them to move the puck, and finally it does come free. Thiessen's on it for Balmoral. She'll send it up to an open wing, but racing over there to keep that play alive for Ottawa was Haley McDonald. It's sent back down low again. And it's cleared out of danger there, but McDonald now has it back at the point. A shot through traffic, kicked aside by LeBlanc. McDonald, right side there for Carl. Gets the return pass. McDonald does shooting. That was blocked there by Esposito. Ottawa still with some pressure here on the power play. Clearing attempt was fanned on, and it's gathered in again by Carl. Back to the line for McDonald. McDonald wanted to fake that shot and then pass, and then she overskated the puck and is taken down. Esposito made a good play to knock that puck away from her and clear it down the ice.
Good job in the first minute 20 of that penalty kill for the Blazers, keeping it to the perimeter. Only 1 shot on net against LeBlanc.
Just a handful of seconds remaining in this second period. One last chance here for Ottawa with the power play advantage. Watson stood up at the red line. McDonald trying to work that ahead for Ottawa. Gertson and Zaharia in there for Balmoral, and it'll be Zaharia clearing that down the line. And that will do it for second period action. So Ottawa led 2-0 after 1, and now they get another goal here in the third, Theo. And they have the lead 3-0 after 40 minutes.
The keys to the first 40 have simply been the penalties that have been called, the play, the aggressive play by both teams, and how the official has been trying to keep it as even as possible. I mean, it is an early morning game. They want to get the aggression out. We get that. It's very competitive on the ice. But when it comes to the man advantage, the Ottawa 67s have had the edge. Better shots, better rebounds, and being able to put that puck behind the bleu for the Blazers. A great job facing 18 shots and then 22 by Jacobson. Jacobson's got a clean sheet thus far. Look for the next 20 minutes, this third period, to be exciting, because you don't want to. I don't think Balmoral Hall is going to want to let this one go right now.
So 3-0 the score in favor of Ottawa after 40 minutes. We'll be back with third period action in just a few minutes here on Amateur Sports TV.
The 4 Points by Sheraton, Winnipeg South. Conveniently located on South Pembina Highway near the Trans-Canada Bypass and 1 hour from the U.S. border crossing. Offering a saltwater pool, hot tub, 24-hour fitness center, restaurant, and lounge.
If you take the first mortgage you're offered, a high interest rate could take your travel budget and send it packing. Before you choose a mortgage, take a second look. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today. If you take the biggest mortgage you can get, you might find your budget can't support other important costs, like buying furniture. Don't let your mortgage weigh you down. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today.
Welcome back to Bell MTS Iceplex. Here, Junior Women's Hockey League action continues on Amateur Sports TV. This morning we have the Ottawa Lady 67s against the Balmoral Hall Blazers. Ottawa ahead on the scoreboard, 3-0 after 40 minutes. Well, just bringing back in my color guy, Theo here. And Theo, penalties have been one of the storylines of this game, but Ottawa with the 3-0 advantage on the scoreboard. We saw Balmoral Hall unable to capitalize on a lengthy power play of their own to try to get back into the game in that later stages of the second period, and the score remains 3-0 for Ottawa.
The Blazers have been stymied for the first 40 minutes, throwing a lot of pucks against the net, sure, but just unable to get some fluid momentum really built in the first two periods. Maybe that'll be something they'll work on here in the third.
And right off the opening face-off of this third period, it's sent right in on the Balmoral Hall net. And goaltender Avery LeBlanc will hang on for a face-off. We should mention too, third period action here this morning, brought to you by Case Financial. Looking for a great rate on a mortgage? See Case today.
I'll be honest with you, Nolan, I have no idea when it comes to the paperwork and mortgages. And I'm sure those wonderful staff at Case will straighten you up to make sure you know every single question be answered once you sign the dotted line.
I'm sure they will. Just underway here in the third period. And Balmoral now back to even strength as Bassett was just serving the last few seconds of a penalty here to start this period. Back to 5-on-5 action. Turnover in the Ottawa zone as the Blazers try to find the scoreboard here early in the first period if they want to try to get back into this hockey game.
Oh, the official took a good one there. Good elbow from Sikorova. That was good. Caught him off guard.
Looks like he's okay, which is good to see. It's played up the left wing side, kept in momentarily by Churchill for Ottawa, but now the puck does make its way back into the neutral zone. Churchill and Asham got tied up and both fell down. Now Sikorova picks up the puck in the neutral zone. She overskated it, and it's sent in by Yaman. Gertson on her back end, sends it around to an open wing. First on it though is Ella Watson for Ottawa. Watson trying to shoot that. That was blocked. Good play there by Carolina Sikorova to block that shot. And Balmoral will make a change here, and they ice the puck. That's actually one rule change we should notice. If you ice the puck in the Junior Women's Hockey League, you are still allowed to change. So the Blazers able to get some fresh players on the ice.
Yeah, fuel, tires, a couple of shocks, all taken care of during icing calls. Unlike in the professional leagues where you have to keep those 5 remaining players on the ice.
That's become a big rule in the NHL and some of the higher level leagues.
It allows for the flow of the game to continue, and quite frankly, it's not a break, or it shouldn't be considered something where you should be rewarded for getting rid of the puck 150 feet away from your net. They want to see the momentum, they want to see the fluidity of the game continue, and it should prove an advantage for the team that gets iced away from, that they get the chance to get the fresh legs on to have a scoring opportunity.
Still to come here this afternoon on Amateur Sports TV, we'll have Ridley versus Thunder Bay at 12:45, and then Ottawa versus Pacific at 3 o'clock here this afternoon as action continues into tomorrow as well. 3-0 Ottawa leads this game, trying to pick up their 6th win of the year. Sent towards the goal by Sandy Lands, or excuse me, that was Juliana Hartz who sent that towards the goal for Ottawa. And the puck back out into the neutral zone again, and first on it there is Zaharia for Balmoral. Zaharia trying to bust her way towards the net, taken down. Didn't really get great body position, and that was Naomi Boucher who was able to steal the puck off of Zaharia. Out of the left wing side here for Sedgwick. And back for Astropoulos. Excuse me, I've been having trouble with that name all morning. I apologize.
I did talk to the coaches about that, and they said, is there a shorthand version we can use? Just call her Aspropo. So we can do that as well. So Jamie, we do apologize. That name is
Aspropo.
Yeah.
We'll go with that for the rest of the game.
Or Aspro. We'll go with Aspro.
Ottawa coming back here on a possible 2-on-1. Here she is, Aspropo on her backhand. Aspropo back to the line for Giroux. Giroux goes left side. Here's a shot from the left point, blockered away by the goaltender LeBlanc, who's been pretty sharp ever since she recovered from that early skate issue she had in the first period.
No, it's been quality goal scoring chances by the 67s, and we're seeing that LeBlanc likes to take away the bottom of the net, leaving a lot of the upper part of the net wide open. So
That was Leah Young who took that shot from a bad angle. May have glanced off the crossbar. He took it from about the goal line.
Yep.
Close call there. Drost chipped to the puck. Following up, though, is number 17, Leah Young. And she lost it now, and it's cleared down the ice, up ahead for Asham. Asham trying to work that puck free. She goes crashing into the end boards there with Hannah Thompson, captain of this Ottawa Lady 67s team. And it's sent up ahead for Ella Watson. Couldn't handle that pass. She'll give chase there against Cockerell. Puck in the near corner as we approach the 4-minute mark of this third period. Balmoral still trying to get on the scoreboard. Asham, left wing side, into the middle of the ice, looking there for Sandylands, and the puck was just a little too far out of her reach. Giving chase there for Balmoral Hall is Sage Catchaway. Left side, that's broken up. It's chipped up, and Sikarova trying to flip that in deep, fanned on it. The puck does make its way ahead there as Sandylands was trying to catch up to it. Sandylands, nifty move into the middle of the ice, quick shot, went wide on the blocker side. Roberts over there to collect it for the Blazers. She overskated that. Now we'll go right side here for number 21 for Ottawa. That's Juliana Parks who was trying to take that shot. It was blocked. And then falling on the play was Jenna Cockerell. That'll allow Ottawa to regain possession momentarily, but then the puck is iced by the Blazers, and the face-off comes all the way back down.
I think that's just our second whistle of this third period. A little bit more flow to this third. We're seeing a better skating from both teams. Still a little body work, but nonetheless, both teams still fighting here. I think the next goal will prove pivotal, whether or not a team gets into it or a team pulls away further.
And no penalties here in the first 5 minutes or so.
Don't jinx it.
That helps with the flow, as always. Shot from the line went wide. And it's sent up. That's not going to be icing here, as it went off a stick of an Ottawa player, so they'll wave it off, will the linesman. Sent up the left wing side and chipped out into the neutral zone there by Claire Sedgwick, who has the third goal in this hockey game. Sedgwick had the only goal in that second period. And just looking at the stat sheet, that's Sedgwick's 5th of the year, Theo. So Drost, who scored earlier, and Sedgwick, top 2 on the 67s team, both have goals in this game.
The offensive players have shown up early this morning, leading this Ottawa team to a 3-0 lead so far.
You know, I know you mentioned caller Aspropo, but I'd like to get her just out of respect for the player, I'd like to get her last name correct here.
Aspropo Tomatis.
Aspropo Tomatis.
Tomatis.
It's a tough one, no doubt.
It is. It goes shoulder to shoulder, man. That's a name, and a great one at that.
Sent towards the line, towards the net rather. That's blocked off, and back comes Ottawa the other way, led by Leah Young, number 17. We'll send it in off a stick. That goes wide, and players will give chase there in the near corner in the Balmoral Hall zone. Sent to an open wing and back out into the neutral zone. First on it though for Balmoral. Here's number 12, Chelsea Cronhill, forced wide there by Giroux. And Gertson trying to work that puck into the middle of the ice. She had it knocked off her stick. And it's poked back out to the red line. Trying to settle that puck down there was Tessa Zander for Balmoral. And she'll go off on a change. And back come the Blazers in, and a nice poke check there by Georgia Spear of Ottawa to break up that rush. Regan Giroux, who's had a lot of ice time here on the back end for Ottawa, has looked pretty solid. One of the better skaters on this team for sure. She'll go off on a change now as the 67s change up their forward group. And are we going to get a penalty? No, the Balmoral Hall player was taken down. They score. It was sent towards the net. I think that was Hannah Thompson who sent it towards the net, Theo, and it went off a skate. Cockerell, I think, was taken down at the blue line. There was no call. Play continued, and we have another goal on the board for the 67s.
We're going to see a quick scrum by the Zebras to figure out if it was directed in real time and meant to by a skate versus the stick. So, I mean, the stick was there. The skate was turned towards the net. I think we're going to wait for the conference there. We can't go to Toronto right now. Toronto is still asleep. I don't think they're answering the phone calls. So the Zebras are going to look at it, and I wish we could pull it back and see the IR, the instant replay, but I think it did get directed into a skate. You're right, Nolan. Whether or not it was meant to or not is the second question.
And no official replay here, of course, but you're right. two linesmen and the head official having a discussion here in the Balmoral zone. And so we'll see what ruling they come up with here. They could take the goal back if they elect to do it, and they are going to wave it off. So are they going to call a penalty now?
I don't know.
Not sure what the ruling is here, but Thompson, the captain for Ottawa, wants an explanation. And Bassett over there as well for Balmoral Hall. So a bit of a discussion here is ensuing. But the goal, at least momentarily, is going to be taken off the board.
I mean, the player did turn it herself towards the net and direct her skates north and south. So if it were to go off a skate, it would go directed towards the net. Missing the stick, that was the call that they felt it was indeed meant to be used as a skate to direct the puck into the net. So face-off will be on the far side in front of the Balmoral Hall bench. Captain Thompson and Ella Watson looking for an explanation and getting one from the head official. Puck will drop. We still have a 3-0 game, 13-11 left in this third. Shots have become fairly even at 22 and 21 apiece in favor of the Blazers.
And again, this third period action brought to you by Case Financial. Looking for a great rate on a mortgage? See Case today. Thanks for joining us all weekend long here on Amateur Sports TV. Junior Women's Hockey League action from LMTS Iceplex here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Well, just outside of Winnipeg, I guess. Technically, we're in Headingley, just west of the city.
Point West Auto Park, Centerboy Downs, John Bluebird Golf Course, John Bluebird softball fields.
A couple reference points for sure. There's Balmoral with some pressure in the offensive zone. Shot taken there by Catchaway. Excuse me, that was Cockrell that took that shot. It was blocked. The puck makes its way back down into the Balmoral Hall zone, and that's going to be icing against the 67s. So the Blazers will have an offensive zone face-off here to work with, trying to get on the scoreboard here in the third period.
Trying to get on the scoreboard evenly so. The 67s can't lose any of that momentum. Even that goal was taken away. They still have to keep the pedal on the gas, the blood in the water for Sharks. I've used that term many times. They just have to maintain their offensive prowess because that has been their go-to all morning long.
Face-off to the left. The netminder, Tove Jacobson, who's been very strong in this game. Here's a possible breakaway attempt. Aspropotamidis was hauled down, and it's going to be a penalty shot, Theo. Okay, so we're going to get her name right this time. It's going to be Bouchard who's... It was Aspropotamidis who was brought down. I'm not sure if any player can take it, but I think it is going to be Aspropotamidis who is going to take that. Going to take this penalty shot for Ottawa, a chance to give her team a 4-0 lead.
And just as I say, giving the gas pedal down to the floor, here's Ottawa doing exactly what they need to do here.
So Jamie Aspropotamidis with a penalty shot here in the third period, with her team already ahead 3-0. We'll see if she can make it 4. Aspropotamidis coming in slowly, in to her forehand, and the save is made there by the netminder, Avery LeBlanc. Aspropotamidis trying to outweight LeBlanc a little bit there, Theo, and she was unable to do it. A good glove save.
Great glove save by LeBlanc. Just needed a little more speed, I think, on that breakaway.
She came in slowly.
Very slow, yeah. When you're as a shooter, when you see a goalie so far out, that means you got it deep because you got to go fast. But if you see a goalie deep in their net, that's when you take the shot. Obviously, in the professionals, when the goalies are 6'7", either way, you got to figure out a good plan out. But here, LeBlanc outweighted Aspropotamidis and was able to make the save.
There's a wraparound attempt as the 67s, despite missing on that penalty shot, have all kinds of pressure here again. It's sent back to the line. This is Haley McDonald to Carl and back to McDonald. I'm impressed with the chemistry between Carl and McDonald in this game, the two defensemen. But back the other way now come the Blazers as the shot's taken wide there by Esposito. Esposito trying to get back on it. That puck was just out of her reach, and it'll come to the left side there, and it's sent all the way down by Claire Sedgwick, and that will go for icing, and faceoff will come back down into the Ottawa zone.
A couple of nifty moves in the neutral zone for the Blazers. Was unable to get that shot on net. Did come to the back door instead of taking that shot back on net. They curled around, tried to setting up a cycle. Just unable to get another clear shot on Jacobson, who has been equal to the test all morning long, stopping all 22.
11:50 to go in this third period. Shot off a scramble draw, and it was Tove Jacobson, who made another quick save. And we'll get the face-off in the same location here. 23 apiece of the shots now. Ottawa ahead 3-0 on the scoreboard. Still to come here on Amateur Sports TV this afternoon. We'll have Ridley against Thunder Bay at 12:45. Ridley winning 3-2 last night. Thunder Bay lost last night to this Balmoral Hall host team. The Blazers picked up their first win of the year, 6-5. Ottawa ramps up the pressure again in the offensive zone. Shot taken by Giroux was blocked. And Giroux trying to gather that puck in again in the neutral zone. Couldn't do it. It's tackle coming back the other way for the Blazers, and the puck's taken there at the last second by Melanie Drost to clear it out of danger. Couldn't get it out, and then Drost blocked that point shot. And now Jenna Churchill has it one-on-one. Churchill in, shoots, blocked again there. As that was Tessa Zander on the back end who made a good play there to block that attempt. Back for Sikharova on the left side. Sikharova shoots, that missed high and wide. It comes to the left side. Ella Watson chips it ahead. Watson gives chase, but getting there first for Balmoral was Sage Ketchaway, who's I thought had a strong game on the back end as well here for the Blazers today. It's sent down the ice there by Ketchaway again. No icing. Ketchaway follows up. So pinch down low, nifty backhand pass there for Sikharova. Sikharova towards it. A couple deflections, went wide. So the Blazers with some pressure here midway through the third, trying to get on the scoreboard. Asham on her backhand to Ketchaway. Ketchaway will go cross ice. Here's a shot from the line taken by Thiessen, and seeing that through traffic was Tove Jacobson to make another save. But some good pressure here from the Blazers, Theo.
But the most important part about that pressure, it's all kept to the perimeter. All the shots and all the passing was happening around the horn, nothing going right through the slot, nothing in that big mud puddle 10 feet in front of Jacobson where you want to get those shots. But I mean, it's great to have offensive time zone, no question. You just got to get shots with a screen, take away those eyes. We're just seeing Jacobson making more of those saves than not making all those saves this morning.
Scrambled draw, and it's cleared up ahead, but picked off there by Roberts of Balmoral. Here's a chance down low for the Blazers, and that was Sandylands who couldn't work that in front. And now the Blazers unable to keep the puck alive in the offensive zone. It'll be sent down the ice. It was from her backside. Sedgwick cleared it all the way down the ice. And the 67s have iced the puck here quite frequently in this third period. They've been under attack here the last few minutes.
They have been, but they've also been sending wingers a little bit sooner than later, looking for that stretch pass. So they're trying to catch the Blazers' defense pinching in. And if they're able to find the puck into open ice, then that winger's gone. We're looking at clear-cut breakaways for the 67s.
An interesting tactic, especially when they have a 3-0 lead, right, to keep that aggressive strategy in place.
I think they're okay with icing the puck, knowing how strong their back end has been all morning.
Here comes Aspropotamides from a sharp angle, trying to center that out front. It was a 2-on-1 down low, and Aspropotamides, who missed on the penalty shot earlier, maybe waited a little too long to make that pass. As we'll get a stoppage here as Jacobson will freeze that, and we'll have another face-off deep in Ottawa territory. So another good scoring chance there for the 67s.
This is Balmoral's only game today, which means they have a 24-hour break before they play tomorrow morning at 10:15. They should be emptying this gas tank pretty much all game now, knowing that Ottawa is probably reserving some because they play later this afternoon.
Yeah, Balmoral will take on Ridley tomorrow morning at 10:15. We'll have that game for you as well here on the Amateur Sports TV. Here's a shot, high rising shot there, taken by Leah Young. That went high and wide. Puck's behind the Balmoral net. Up ahead now. Blazers trying to relieve the pressure. This is Asham. She's pressured and gives it away. It'll come to the far side, sent back down below the goal line and sent up to the right wing side, the near side. Unable to hold that play in was Regan Giroux, and she'll have to race back for that. Cross ice pass for Melanie Drost. Drost gains the red line and sends it right in on Avery LeBlanc, who's not going to take any chances. She'll freeze that for a face-off, and we'll have a face-off in Balmoral zone with 8:46 here to go in the final period.
That was the O-leg, catch it into the lights kind of shot. Maybe she loses it up there. You see a lot of baseball players in some of the parks that they play in. I think it's Tropicana Park in Tampa that's got the worst dome possible. Here at Bell MTS Iceplex, just a lot of potted lights. You should be able to find a black puck up there.
Puck tied up in skates on the far side off the face-off here. Ella Watson digging for it in there for Ottawa. Now the official will, the linesman will blow it dead, and face-off will come outside the line. 8:35 to go in the third. 3-0 Ottawa. Should they hold on to this lead, they'll improve to 6-1-1 on the season. And Balmoral Hall brings a record of 1-2-1 into this game after the win last night. Ooh, nifty spin play there by Georgia Spear. And Ottawa back in again. This is Juliana Parks. Parks, a shot along the ice, missed wide. They'll come to the far side for Watson. Watson plays it back. Alicia Nolan. Nolan. Back for Watson. Shot was blocked. It's worked up to the point but not out. Nolan pinches in. Shoots. Save is made by LeBlanc. And it'll be taken now by Jenna Cockerell, who will relieve the pressure for the Blazers. Up ahead for Zahara. One hand on her stick trying to work that ahead. She's taken down. No call. And Zahara shake it up. It crashed into the boards a little bit there in front of the Ottawa 67s bench.
And she's a bit slow to get up. She kind of hit her tailbone and the back end of that board's getting upended as she was trying to get into the zone.
Decent, rink wide. Finds number 11 there, Gertson, who missed that shot high and wide. Gertson on her own rebound in the corner. 67's player lost a glove. Excuse me, that was Gertson who lost her glove. She picks it up, and on the far side of the net there, Jacobson won't take any chances with a 3-goal lead. She'll cover it up for another faceoff.
Yeah, Ottawa.
Yeah, I've been
very
impressed
impressive game
with Tove Jacobson. Very strong performance. According to the shot clock here, 24 saves she's made thus far.
The 3 C's: cool, calm, and collected between the pipes. Very not an arrogant player either. She's very humble. Just doing about her way, making her job, keeping it simple, keeping the puck out of the net.
Here's a possible 4-on-2 for the 67s if they hurry. Led by Molly Grabe. Grabe drops for Carl. Peyton Carl back for Grabe. Grabe had the puck tied up in her skates and tried to get it back to the line for Carl, but not enough mustard on that pass. And it'll be taken now by Xander. And Xander will send it in deep as her line mates go off on a change. Xander still on it. Now it's taken back by Haley McDonald. Around for Carl. That was out of her reach. And nearly a turnover there. Puck will make its way to the far side. Racing over there for Balmoral. Trying to get a number. Like Ocean Asham was in. Puck makes its way in front. And cleared out of danger now off the glass. Out to the neutral zone and sent back right back in by Balmoral. Just over 6 minutes to go in this third period. 3-0 Ottawa leads. Regan Giroux through a couple Balmoral players. Giroux with speed, trying to take it to her forehand, lost the handle at the last minute. I'm impressed with number 5, Regan Giroux, one of the better skaters on the 67s team.
Just finding the open ice, knowing when to skate up with the puck and knowing when to pass. It's very effective in her play this morning. The best thing about it is just the smartness, that instinct you have on the ice for Giroux helps dividends, because when she takes a part of the play, she owns it, and the rest of the team follows suit.
Offside against Balmoral there, and well, the face-off in the neutral zone. 5:54 to go. Third period action here on Amateur Sports TV, brought to you by Case Financial. Looking for a great rate on a mortgage? See Case today. Just talking about Giroux, she's still out there. And she'll chase down the puck back at her own blue line. Watched by Asham. Giroux goes across for Leah Young and back to Giroux. Up ahead now, high off the glass, chipped out, and giving chase there is Ella Watson. And Watson unable to catch up to that puck, and it'll come back down for icing here. And there's that play you talked about, right? The wingers kind of streak. They look for that stretch play, and that one again, just a little too far out of Watson's reach. It'll go for icing.
Exactly. They're trying to create that gap so that if the Balmoral defense decide to pinch, it's going to go above them, just like we saw there. Just a little bit too much heat on it. Not enough draw weight in curling terms, as we'll call it. And we get an icing call.
Hey, you better get your curling terminology up, because I know you'll be involved in a tournament here at the end of the month.
Oh, absolutely. Assiniboine Curling Club, we look forward to it. Lots of great curlers. The Manitoba Junior Curling Tour, November 30th, December 1st. Some of those teams, amazing what they can do on the ice. Just a great sport nonetheless.
We'll have all of that action on Amateur Sports TV for you as well coming up at the end of the month. 4:58 to go in this third period. 3-0 Ottawa leads. Yaman trying to cut into the middle, lost it. See if the Blazers can mount a bit of an attack here late. Possible 2-on-1 for them right now. This is Xander in, and she missed the net wide. Excuse me, that was Zaharia who took that shot for the Blazers. Here's another chance for Zaharia. Winds and fires, and the puck was rolling, but a glorious chance there, and she just missed wide. Still on it for Balmoral here is Sandylands, number 22. Lost it, she's taken down. And that'll allow the 67s to come back the other way. Sedgwick trying to work that puck in. Ran into the skates there of Thiessen, and Thiessen will send Sandylands ahead. Sandylands trying to catch up to that puck against the checking of Peyton Carl. Carl and Sandylands battle for it. And it's sent up the near side here for Boucher. Boucher ahead for Sedgwick. Sedgwick has the third goal of this game for the 67s. And she's in on the attack there. Again, Theo, with under 4 minutes to go, how early do you get the goaltender out if you can for Balmoral Hall here, if you want to try to get back into this game late?
It's such an iffy call as a coach. I mean, we've seen coaches do it as early as 6 minutes, 5 minutes. Patrick Waugh has done it before that, I'm sure. I think within the last 2 minutes, if you think you have an opportunity to kind of pull a goaltender, that's when I would do it as a coach myself.
Well, right now they're hemmed in their own zone, so they can't do it right now. Carl will send it in deep. If you're Ottawa, rather, this is exactly where you want to keep the play.
200 feet away from your own net, that's the best defense right now.
And they're on it again. And now it will be Zaharia who will rim that around the, Zaharia who rimmed that around the far side. But right back in comes Ottawa again, led by Melanie Drost. Drost puts on the brakes, gets it down low for Grabe. Grabe looking for the return pass for Drost, out of her reach, but again, Ottawa will just throw it around here in the neutral zone and kill off some more time off this clock. Sent all the way into the far corner. Under 3 minutes to go now. Balmoral will send it ahead. That pass is intercepted by Giroux, and she'll get it left side. Sent in deep. And chipped up to the near side here by Thiessen. And falling on the play there was Gertzen for Balmoral. Still on her knees trying to dig it free. And it's sent ahead. Sent up the near side for Asham. Asham trying to poke it around Giroux, but Giroux having none of that. A great play by her. And she'll send it back to the blue line. It's kept alive momentarily by Thiessen, but on it in the corner for Ottawa's Spear. She'll send it ahead, and now an odd man rush here for the 67s if they hurry. It's dropped and sent towards the goal. A shot from a bad angle. Bounces wide of the net. Spear pinches up again, so some very aggressive pinches here by Ottawa despite a 3-0 lead. She's trying to keep the pressure on offensively.
Exactly, and keeping that puck out of their own end. I mean, if they know it comes down to their end, chances are that goaltender will get pulled.
Balmoral hasn't been able to take LeBlanc out of the net yet, and we're down to 1:30 in the game. Asham giving chase for Balmoral. Alicia Nolan gets to it first for Ottawa. Nolan up into the middle of the ice. Oh, a big collision there. That looked a bit ugly there, Theo. It was a bit of a high check. I think that was Sedgwick who was brought down, and she's a little slow to get up. There's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, Gertzen was trying to go for that loose puck at the same time. Just got there a little bit late and took more body than puck. So we'll have to see a unfortunate penalty kill at the last minute and 17. I didn't see Coach Zachary Boots make a call over to LeBlanc to get it out of the net, so it looks like they're going to be sitting regardless on a 5-on-4 penalty kill here the last little bit of the third.
Yeah, so if you're Balmoral down 3 goals, it's not what you wanted to do, obviously, this late in the game, trying to get back in it late, try to get on the scoreboard at least, and they'll be shorthanded now as Ottawa's right back in, led by Drost. That shot went wide, and it's going to be Bassett for Balmoral, rimming it around the glass. Puck took a high hop off that stanchion there in the corner. Less than a minute to go in this game. Spear towards that, blocked by Esposito. Esposito on it again for Balmoral. She'll send it up to the far wing, and it's kept alive by Nolan. Been impressed with it. We talked about this all game. Been impressed with the defensemen of Ottawa, keeping plays alive in the attacking zone, pinching up. They've done a great job with that all game long.
Absolutely fine. Like I said, the right pass, the communication, just really controlling the play from the back end and giving that play and that support to those forward lines.
Puck's tied up right behind that Balmoral net, and Bassett's going to try to work it free. Time ticks away here, 15 seconds to go in the third period. And tapping their stick there was Alicia Nolan. Wants a final shot. That was blocked there by Zaharia. Spear shot through traffic, sent wide. Rebound for Nolan, and she just sent that wide. Puck was hopping. Ottawa trying for a late goal here. All kinds of pressure, but the game will end. 3-0 Ottawa defeats the Balmoral Hall Blazers here this morning. Theo, we saw some penalties early. We saw a couple early power play goals from Ottawa, and it ends in a 3-0 score in favor of Ottawa.
Early morning game for both teams. They both had to play under the same circumstances. As mentioned, the main turning point was the power play and the effectivity of the Ottawa Lady 67s throughout the entire game, controlling the play, time of possession, making the better passes. They just looked like they had better legs throughout the entire game, Nolan.
So Ottawa improves to 6-1-1. Balmoral Hall falls to 1-3-1. We'll be back in a few minutes with some post-game interviews.